money, a little bit more points, even if you do lose to Spirit. But that's right. We've got Falcons, Bet Boom, Spirit, and one more team. Will it be Gaming Gladiators, the most dominant team of last year, won the most tournaments anyway, or is it going to be Extreme, the best Chinese team right now, and the winners of that initial group stage? They did very well for themselves in Group B, 9-5. Jin-Q going to be pulled back in, still has some more leap charges though, obviously, so he's good to go. No first blood just yet. Extreme Gaming will get 3 bounties though.
Another axe throw. Okay. Gonna force Jin-Q into a lot of region here, but he doesn't want to go to base. You already got the leaps out. It's a minor lane victory for game, but you gave up 3 runes, so you kind of give it all back. I think XG are happy with the economic damage here. Yeah,
particularly if you're already in a certain matchup that should be very favorable for you lane-wise, right? This Lina versus Pango. Yeah, I would expect XM to dumpster.
Okay, that was a big miss, but
yeah, he's missed 2 CS pretty much.
That was not a good first wave for him.
No.
And Quinn known for his early lane prowess, how he snowballs these matchups. But this should be a good lane for XM. Yeah, your Lina versus a melee hero. It is kind of a cheap melee hero. You know, it is the Pangolier. This hero gets out of almost any matchup and can play Dota. So that lane dominance might not be that big a factor. He also has Empower to buff him up. This was an old school OG combination that worked really well for them.
Yep.
And he has Venge to throw in some extra debuffs and give him the swap safe in the fights. So this is not just a, island Pango. This is a Pango buffed up by the team that can easily get on top of the Lina, deal a huge amount of physical damage, and control him with the roll. And there's not a lot to control the Pango roll in this game, so this pick could prove to be pretty deadly, especially since it is on Quinn. And he has shown to be the Pango master.
That's right. That's now what he's known for. I'm glad we clicked away from that mid lane. I'm not sure. I was cringing the entire time that watching XM miss so much CS hurt.
He's getting bodied.
Yeah.
We'll go back there soon, but these lanes are shaping up to be very strong for gaming right now, despite the rune loss. As Dyrachyo is just bullying this melee hero, but he do lose a courier down there. Jin-Q up to his usual shenanigans. Putting on his best Monkey King impression. And will pull away for the water rune. So he will not miss any CS here.
Tons of reach in to help deal with the constant Dragon Slave harassment.
Making this lane look easy.
Oh, there we go. Now we're cooking. Goddamn, XM. 4 denies in a row. Went from nothing to 4. XXS. Final hit from Dyrachyo will claim first blood.
Man, did he just high roll on that? That looked close.
I got it.
First blood to pick up her for the troll. We have seen Gaiman go back to this mag anytime they can get it. It feels like that is their de facto offlaner. They will choose for ace if they can get their hands on it.
Why do you think that is?
I think it is I feel like they have been forced into this stunner offlane meta that they don't want to play, but they're kind of left with no choice.
Yeah.
And I think mag is the one of those that is a stunner offlaner who can dictate the fights while at the same time buffing up the team, which was a big component of what Ace was doing for this squad.
Yeah.
And at the same time, Ace can just be that secondary carry. So Mag fits in this weird space if you think about it, right? He's a buffer, he's a carry hero, he's a team fight starter, he does a little bit of it all. And so I think it just fits Ace better than these Centaur Marses that they kind of have to choose one of those paths.
Yeah, they're a little bit more pure in what their skill set is, right?
And it's also just something that helps the other 2 cores scale. So I think it fits what Gaming want to do with this, 3 cores all being strong. And they played this mag troll earlier, and it looked pretty good for them. They rolled that game. Dyrachyo got so damn fat. So this is a lineup they're very comfortable with this tournament, at least. And XG have given it to them. They're tempting fate.
I would be very curious. He went to 201 build, but I'd be very curious if there was some sort of build that involved maxing out Empower early and giving it to both himself as well as the Terrorblade, right? Because Terrorblade has such high base damage and stuff.
feel like you just don't win the trades as much as you think you're gonna win them.
Yep. And you are back with the meta, but Tofu might just die before he gets off any damage. He's guiding it back nicely with all this regen. He burned through everything he had. Lotus's fairy fires, all of that. Oh, Celery cutting across for the extra kill here. And they'll get it. So
nice.
Double kill for Ace.
Nice little pickup that Celery can make that move just off bot lane going so damn well. And again, anytime you can kill this Lifestealer in lane, you're going to feel great about the progression of the game. Sets him back. All his timings get thrown off a little. We're seeing Ame try to find his hero pool this tournament.
Yeah.
Some of the games have hit, some of them have missed. Again, this matchup it's a volatile one. Both these teams trying to find their identity in this current patch. Level 6 approaching here, the Pangolier. And XM is ahead on XP. Did it eventually pull ahead in this lane? Though I think Quinn did some work on the first 2 or 3 or 4 minutes there.
Yeah.
We'll see what he can make with that first Rolling Thunder. Again, very free Rolling Thunder game. If you're XG, you have to think about where the spell goes and what it does for gaming. And not give up too many freebies to it as you try and get the levels for your supports. Scale into that mid game where the ET Mirana can shine.
Ame's most played heroes: Monkey King, Morphling, Terrorblade, Faceless Void, Phantom Lancer, then Sven Spectre.
That's a player. Laguna his ass and TP out. Showed him.
Well, I mean, if it's a short cooldown, might as well do the damage, I guess.
Got him. I mean, he does not want to get Rolling Thunder there. It's a heads-up play, but it looks absolutely hilarious.
Ace doesn't have the mana to skewer away, but Ame's not going to keep diving.
So Monkey King, Morphling, Void. I think, when I think of Ame, I think of Faceless Void.
Yeah. It's the hero that he has the most success on next to Sven.
He used to play Morphling a lot back in some of those early TIs.
Yeah.
Oh, he's an interesting carry player when you really think about his career. And he's still here, fighting it out. Trying to prove himself once more. Claim a title.
Could have just been out there cosplaying and streaming, but he chose to go back to the game.
More fuel for my
Lina
fire.
continuing to pull ahead here. Wisdom runes get exchanged and quiet early game. We have not seen this Rolling Thunder go to use, so maybe Gaming are happy just playing a slower game with the mag lineup, but generally they want to play around the Pangolier and snowball him. Support duo not necessarily doing them any favors in that department, but it will be a departure from their usual style with it and give XG some freedom.
Yeah,
maybe try and connect the arena. They can get it up.
Can't really gank the top lane, right? Lifestealer lane, it's pretty whatever. Bottom lane has Mars, which is fine, but then there's also the Mirana, which you're probably not going to get your hands on.
I think you can gank this guy if you get the 6 on mag.
Yes.
It's not out of the question at all. They're going to contest the power rune, try and land the stun.
Shield crash forward, helps him tank some of this damage. The Terrorblade is there to push back the Lina when they needed it, because Quinn took a lot of damage there. Spots the Lina now, hits him once with Rolling Thunder. Tofu continues to get the damage in with all of these heroes diving. Good attempt by XM to try and hit him as he came out of the Rolling Thunder, but he was just screwed there. Not much that he could do, and not much it seems that Extreme could do about it either. On the downside to the Elder Titan, I guess.
I mean, that just feels bad if you're XG.
Dyer's
You pick this Lina into the Pango and you're just letting him roll on you and kill you. Supports can't do anything about it. Now you get all your leaps forced out.
Double leaps and dies anyway.
I mean, this is the support player on the Pango that I thought wasn't going to come. It comes a little later, but gets the job done. Couple quick kills. Get that rune and push this Pango towards Diffusal. This game looks pretty scary for XG.
Does not have skewers. He just dead. He does have that little sheep neutral item. Tofu's coming over to help him out, so never mind.
Take a stack. Empower his support Terrorblade.
Hell yeah.
Feels good. Oh, he didn't empower him. Never mind. Tofu feels bad.
Yeah, you've been seeing things today. Back and forth between lanes is roaming Terrorblade.
Dire's middle tower
Plus
is
10.
under attack.
They gonna be able to execute this. It would be quite the move if this support duo could actually kill the Lina. With the help of Quinn, they certainly have him. That swashbuckle does so much
Yeah, that
damage,
was-
man. That minus armor compared to that with that
Dire's
physical
middle
damage.
tower is under
That's
attack.
too easy. I don't know. If you're actually you got to make them work harder for it. They're going to TP in the Mars for the arena. It has to connect.
I mean, the best you're gonna get is one support with this
Yeah, it's
3
just-
hero rotation.
It doesn't feel good enough, right? Because the Pango is getting what he wants, your Lina's not. And these support kills just don't really matter that much for gaming. The game plan's behind the 3 cores. They're going to start to empower everybody here and just take off in the network
Dire's bottom
in that like
tower
15
is
to
under
25
attack.
period. If they ever get a Roshan, the game just explodes. And you're not man fighting this troll with Lifestealer in this game. I
Yeah.
just don't see that happening. You don't have much help to skew that matchup. If anything, the troll has more help. He has the swap plus the wave. He has Empower on his side. He has a Sunder that can bail him out. What does Ame have to help him in this game? Moonlight Shadow?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's not particularly impressive. Jinkyu again leaps, still dies. Quinn is just hunting down heroes left and right.
I think this game shows sometimes the trap that these teams fall into where I'm not saying this wasn't the case for XG, but you look at these 2 drafts, I feel like even if
Radiant's
Eamon's
top
draft
tower
were
is
worse,
under
which I don't
attack.
think it is, it has a very clear direction on its gameplay. And I look at XG's and I like, what is the overall synergistic game plan with these 5 heroes? Is it to win team fights? Is it to control Roshan? Is it to push waves and pick somebody off? Is it to outscale you? Is it to buff up the carry and let him 1v5? I don't really know what it is, right? It's just, let's like hope something happens here and we just outplay them.
You've talked about how Extreme is probably the most inconsistent team. Everybody here at DreamLeague, as they do manage to get a nice arena that's going to catch 2 supports this time. Do you think some of this inconsistency could be just a lost vision when it comes to draft?
I think so. I think some of their drafts have just been wonky. Like some of the wonky ones have worked, but it's also them just outplaying people.
Yeah.
It's really hard to judge. But I think it's one of the most important characteristics of a team when you want to go deep in tournaments is that you start to
Radiant's
build
top
identity
tower
through your
is under
lineups
attack.
and know what you're playing for. Because otherwise you're going to go up against the team that does and you're going to get absolutely demolished.
Oh, man, it's getting demolished right now.
This is just, again, an easy move
Dire's top
when you
tower
have this
is
RP
under
threat. You
attack.
didn't even have to use it.
Yep.
And then Darachi will come in and backstab a tower.
Dire's structures are fortified.
So when you talk about the vision when it comes to draft, like, can you give me an example? What is Gaming Gladiators
Dire's
lineup?
top tower
What
is under
did they
attack.
draft? What did they want to
Radiant's
accomplish with
bottom
this
tower
lineup?
is under attack.
I mean, this team is a team that's struggling, so they want to get heroes that are enabling how they want to play
Dire's
right now.
middle tower
Magnus
is
being a
under
big one.
attack.
But then if you're going to first pick this mag and you're going to
Dire's
build around the
top
mag,
tower has
you want to play
fallen.
Magnus Dota.
Okay.
Right? You want to put Ace in a position where he has a strong game and he can influence the fights by going in, RP skewering, if there's no interrupt. And if they play to counter that type of gameplay, then you have heroes that can take benefit of the Empower and use it to
Radiant
outscale your
are
opponents or
scanning.
force early Roshans. And they pick supports that will help that game plan, right? Venge helps bail out the mag on a botched initiation. It also helps him force early Roshan. Hairblade is one of the better stackers in this meta. The Illusions is one of the things that makes this hero viable in support, which means you can mass stack camps, clear through those with Empower later if you need to fall back to a plan B. Like, these little things add up, right? It makes sure you can enable your game plan.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Empower makes sure that this troll Pango are not going to lose the late game man fights in theory.
Right.
So all these things, it gives you purpose behind what you're doing with your heroes in this game, and it gives you a lot to fall back on. That's why I just feel like this game feels a lot more comfortable for gaming right now.
Radiant's
Whereas
bottom tower
at
is under
XG, I
attack.
think you just have to, again, try and outplay them, just find big team fights with the arena.
Are
Which
scanning.
we've seen it happen a couple times this tournament. Like, Mars can just carry games. If you get good arena catches with the Venge in it that you can't swap someone out, you throw down that ET Spirit, there's an Earth Splitter going through, amp up the Lina damage, an arrow lands on the Spirit target. Okay, there's some like We got some stuff going.
Yeah. Fortunately, it didn't really get going in the laning phase, and now they're playing from behind. A 3,000 net worth lead for Gaming Gladiators, as Ame is trying to work towards his Radiance. His Lina is doing a bit of recovery here. XXS and DY, JinQ all looking for a smoke move here. Right time to make this move, apparently. Might just catch Gaming Gladiators a little bit out of sort mid-pause.
Get a little hydration going.
I always find that funny whenever it's happened so often that teams pause and then somebody will say a reason that isn't actually true. I've seen it so many times where like two players will say two different reasons when they pause. Or in this case, Seller throws out lag or he crashed or something.
Calling him a liar?
No, I just
calling him a liar, Austin?
think it's funny.
First you say Yatoro's a trash player, and now you say
What?
Celery's a liar.
I was not one of the people in the green room saying
What
that.
next, Austin?
It's all the other talent who were disgracing
What next?
Yatoro's name.
Lewis Hamilton's a fluke?
Why are we going back to that one again? I only casually know him. I don't know enough to keep having this to be a topic of conversation for us.
That's why I enjoy it.
Also, why do you keep going back to Lewis Hamilton?
It's a good name.
It's a good name.
Yeah, if I had a kid, I would name him Lewis Hamilton. That would be his middle name.
What's wrong with Max Verstappen?
And his real name would be like Garth Brooks. So it'd be like Garth Lewis Hamilton Brooks. That's a name right there, dude. That is.
No, it's a strong American name.
That's right
there. God damn. So what's wrong with Max Verstappen?
Little wisdom runes. I think that speaks for itself. Little wisdom runes stolen here.
Just keep that in mind. Shiva's watching. Quinn.
Gotta keep the streak.
Chasing after. You can't go through the secret shop, man, but he did manage to do so with a little
belly bump. Just pat his belly and then go back.
Yeah.
But the catch is there. The Kobold laying into him.
Get him, Cobalt.
God damn, can we bring up... Oh, we can't bring up that decimal.
JinQ did not get ensnared. Maybe the ensnares will be saved. Oh, jeez.
Under attack.
So much damage, man. Empower, swashbuckle with diffusal blade. All right, now Gleipnir was up. That's what I wanted to get to. The Gleipnir's up. Maybe Extreme Gaming can make a move off of that. Unfortunately, they cannot. Not a move that results in a kill anyway. Are you trying to find the Kobold's damage?
Yeah. It doesn't show up.
This is the most research I've seen you do in a game.
Why doesn't it show up, actually? It just says he did
Dire's
0.
bottom tower is under
Probably
attack.
because
They need more buffs, dude. The Kobold needs more buffs. I like when those Kobolds get active. It's nice, you know.
Why?
Just looks, it's like a little mini micro thing, you know? That's how you can tell you're in the zone. You get that extra little value. Squeeze every bit you can.
I mean, I will agree with that when people use Kobolds to, like, scout.
See, like, dodge the Centaur stomp, you know? And then you're dead.
Under attack.
Or is he?
Uh-oh. XM, they still got him.
So Gleipnir timing is a big one here for XG. This is, I think, the absolute correct item choice from XM. You have to activate this Lina, and you need to set up more for your supports in this game. This brings this lineup together more, right? Like, it gives you plenty to play for in the team fights, which is try and set up these arrows and these stomps into Earth Splitters, which is, I think, what you have to do if you're XG. So Gleipnir helping you there a lot.
Yeah, when they were just reliant on Mars to kind of like set up everything for a support duo, it doesn't feel great.
You also need to think about this troll in this game and how you can skew this Lifestealer troll matchup into your favor. So anything that helps kite the troll or helps Ame disengage is going to feel nice as well.
Yeah.
Halberds, Force Staves, E-Blades, Yules. Anything you can pick up along these lines later is going to feel good. Even Greaves. It will be a Yules for JinQ.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Radiance for Ame, so some extra
Radiant's
evasion.
middle tower has fallen.
Side benefit. But the Aegis is going to game in here. That was pretty much unpreventable, I think. I just don't think you're ready to fight at this time if you're XG.
Yeah, especially if you're behind, which means they're going to get an Aegis for Quinn, and he's going to get an Aghanim Scepter. So his offensive power is crazy strong, and he's got a second life to back it up. So it's not even like he's under the gun when Extreme activate that Mars at any point.
XG just need to protect the Lina. They have Infest to do it, they have Arena, they have Stomp, they have Moonlight Shadow. But you cannot let this Magnus find your backline in this game. It's going to absolutely decimate your team.
Magnus and the Pango. I don't know how they stop both of them.
That's the tough part. You don't have the Rolling Thunder control, and this Mag's reach is insane with Harpoon already done. Like, maybe the Yules on Jin Q can help you a bit because you lack that instant stun from something like a Rubik. But if you have Yules, you can, you know, leap Yules him before the Skewer comes out, potentially.
Yeah.
Could be a big play. Also lets you aggressively Yules this Mag if you ever see him. Set up for an arrow chain. Because remember, he doesn't have BKB. So this is actually a period where actually wouldn't mind fighting if you can somehow find that initiation. But maybe, I mean, there is Venge Swap at the same time. Nothing's going to be easy in this game. Be gaming with the smoke as they show on 2 lanes here. Well, the smoke goes bottom.
This kill would be really big if they can get it. He is just about to get his BKB. Got off the ultimate. Moonlight Shadow will help him kite, as will the stun. So,
huge kill.
Very dead hero here. Great pickup. That'll delay the BKB just a little bit more.
That was a play where Dyrachyo and Quinn were both showing while that smoke went bottom, basically saying, we don't think you're going to jump me with all these heroes off the map. XG took the risk, and the risk paid off. That could easily be a play where there's smoke behind Dyrachyo, and you just get RP'd there and you die.
Sure.
So there was some risk in that, but maybe actually feel like they're in a position where they rather take those than not with the long-range Lina. And they're rewarded with a Dyrachyo kill. That Aegis on the Pangolier. Maybe too far of a push for the Troll. And that smoke misses. At the same time, you get the Tormentor. XG making some moves in this game.
What need have I for invisible?
The next move, Wisdom Rune, Tormentor. Under attack. Ame pops out, trying to stop Ace from grabbing the Wisdom Rune. He's going to get skewered, so that's great for Ame. Stays on top of the mag. The arrow actually does hit, despite the creeps being around there.
That was aggressive.
Never mind.
Very aggressive. And the Yules instantly paying off for Jin Q here. These supports are finding some decent farm in this game.
Yeah, they are.
Feels like Gaiman are, I don't want to say they're stumbling on the map, but we have certainly seen a lot cleaner Aegis periods from this team. Those 2 big core kills that are going to slow you down.
XXS Blink BKB. I think what's interesting is that they've made a lot of these last couple of moves have been without the Mars.
Yeah, that's huge, honestly. If you're not dependent on him to make something happen,
yeah,
you got to farm his BKB.
Does that BKB make a big difference?
Radiant's bottom tower
It's nice. You're not going to get 100 to 0 by Pangolier.
Yeah, I mean, it'll kind of help him survive the initiation that he goes in and does, and maybe that helps him scale better and kind of ensures that he survives through fights and gets these later Octarines and such that we've seen.
I mean, if you can play these fights in a way where you have BKBs, you ignore the Pango's impact, and you just jump the Troll and the Venge, it could be a route to go.
Are scanning. Dire's top tower.
I just feel like that's not what Amar would have done. When I'm looking at Amar's, thinking WWAD. What would Amar do?
Probably would have
Quinn pushing forward.
dropped some mantles by now.
Got him on the Harpoon. Yules
The Yule
stops that one.
Nice illusion block, though, preventing that arrow chain.
Yep.
But we're seeing the power of this item. It's really good itemization from Jin Q.
Dire's
Once you have the BKB on the mag, it's a different story.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Unfortunately, getting away from fights isn't good enough. Gaming Gladiators will push their advantage while they Aegis expiring. Oh, Q, can he make the jump? Gets the long jump over the corner.
Buying time. They got to their Lina BKB. And they have taken a net worth lead in this game.
Yeah, that's surprising to me how much the net worth has been brought back in the favor of Extreme. I just naturally assumed that this Magnus, TB, Pango, Troll, felt like they were going to be doing a healthy amount of creep hitting all around the map very efficiently.
I think I would prefer to have Tofu a bit higher net worth here. I think he could have soaked up a bit more, but he was running, trying to join the plays. If those plays miss, then you fall behind. Smoke with the BKB timings for XG. This is big if they can land it. They want a core target. They want to separate that target from the Venge, or at least control the Venge in the arena with whoever they go on here. Arrow to scout things out.
Spirit also pushing forward, seeing some heroes.
XXS just doesn't see enough here. Again, you do not want to just single target jump one of these guys and then end up in a situation where Pango gets a free fight and the Venge swap saves that target.
So instead of pushing into them, XM pushes in mid, and you can see Gaming Gladiators will try and chase after them.
It almost feels like Gaming just played for the next Roche.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, I mean, why
is
not?
under attack.
They have no problem with this game being a stalemate, right?
In theory, yeah. I mean, this type of game will always come down to the teamfight
Radiant's
execution.
bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top
I
tower
just
is under
assume when you have
Dire's
one of the biggest
structures
team
are
fight spells
fortified.
in Rolling Thunder and then
Dire's
two
middle tower
BKB
is under
piercing
attack.
disables, you're pretty well set up for late game engagements,
Yeah, you have. I mean, you have to be confident playing these late game fights here if you're gaming. So patience, not the worst thing to have right now. Darachi's going to show. Do you want to spear him back?
I mean, he has a
Radiant's bottom
BKB.
tower
You
is
need
under
to
attack.
perfectly and quickly execute those spells and kill him right away. I mean, he gets up BKB ults, his team follows up.
That's all the power of the Venge right there. XX that's not taking that. If there's no save in this game, he 100% just spear arenas him back. And even if he gets spells out, okay, you disengage. Once more, he does not see enough. Game has been a stalemate for the last 5 minutes. BKB done for Ace. That's a big one.
Yeah, I feel like that BKB is a lot more impactful than
It definitely can.
Mars one.
If he finds this Lina, he finds the Lifestealer and an RP, it's very well could end the fight. A huge smoke wraparound from XG.
Positioning is key here. Gaming Gladiators are sitting up on the high ground, or were. Not going to break it right away. Shin-Q are going to get some information. Oh, XX has got all these heroes inside of the arena. He's going to try and bulwark, protect himself. What a great Earth Splitter on top of that one. The RP does go out with the Rolling Thunder. Durachio laying into this spawn, but he's taking a lot thanks to the bulwark, thanks to the infect. XXS is too big to be brought down. Not even Quinn can finish him off as he misses the last swashbuckle.
XXS, that is the absolute dream. They saw that obs and they clumped for a second, and he gets 4 in that arena. I mean, that is everything you want. Both saving supports locked in there.
Radiant's
ET
middle
Spirit
tower
on
is
top
under
of them.
attack.
Earth Splitter hits 3 here. And that RP is okay, but you get the infest off and you're just hitting Mars shield the whole time. That matchup is honestly awful for Troll if that's all he's stuck on and there's no break.
Structures are fortified.
Perfect team fight for XG.
What a difference it would have been, like the matter of seconds there. They go like 2 seconds earlier, Tofu's sitting on that high ground, he breaks the smoke there.
Dire are
Oh yeah,
scanning.
they don't get that clean initiation because they have, equal vision.
I mean, that angle was everything
Yeah.
for XG. It gave him just enough. You get broken there, you get reflected, suddenly you're getting 3 or 4 man RP.
Radiant are scanning.
And the BKBs plus the rage is enough that the Pango roll cannot reliably win you the fight on its
Dire's
own.
middle tower is under
The
attack.
Mag Troll have to contribute here. And
Great.
success.
Great execution for Extreme. Puts them back in the lead when it comes to net worth. Will it be enough for Roshan?
No RP. Arena back up.
Smoke immediately breaks off this camp. Immediately, Quinn just jumps in, trying to reveal the heroes that were in those trees. They got a BKB out of XXS and the Moonlight Shadow.
And the patience to hold Arena there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Wants to save it for when this Roche is up. With the BKB to get out, but that'll give time for RP to come back up, so Ace is ready to go. He can also go fishing if he really wants to risk it or commit the BKB.
Going up the side. This time, Tofu's sitting on the high ground. Sabina gets pursued by the Goth. The Thunder. That brings XXS low. And now that's not a problem for the Troll, who Jirachi is trying to make his way down from the high ground and get on top of these heroes. The BKB from XM, keeping his distance from Quinn. Actually laying into Quinn. Healthy amount of damage, but he's got to keep out of the hands of this Troll. His movement speed is keeping him one step ahead. Jirachi has not hit a hero this entire team fight, pretty much. He has just been left chasing after ghosts. Quinn, he puts himself in a corner, and that's going to be the death of him. Jirachi still running away from Ame, who continues. Got him in the open wounds, but he's like, whatever, man. You can go free. We killed 4 of Game and Gladiators, and we can head back for the Roshan now.
The arena placement caused him some problems, but the biggest thing is Ace wants the Lina there. He gets the RP on Lina, and he gets instantly uled by Jinkyu. Did not commit the BKB.
I thought that was the whole point of the BKB. I thought it was just like the, like the whole Mag versus Rubik thing. It was like,
Jinkyu had his number, and by the time he gets that skewer on the Lina off, like the damage is already done. That play is stalled out enough. You can't connect the Troll onto him. XM survives that fight.
Oh my god, he actually went for it. Celery completes that TP.
Or complete.
That was insane.
The game is just crumbling here. Cannot connect these team fights. It's another fight where you have these saves for the cores, but the fight is starting on the supports. You're going on the Terrorblade, even though he gets off a great Thunder and you kill the Mars. It's not really how you want your lineup to function here if the damage isn't going into the Lina and the Lifestealer. I mean, XG just outplaying.
Roshan has fallen to the dark.
Immortality.
And perhaps taking advantage of this support terribly.
Dire's
It's
middle
one of the
tower
weaknesses
is under
of this
attack.
hero on the support role. It allows you to get a later pick carry that can take the game over, but his teamfight contribution can be underwhelming compared to a lot of other supports.
Yeah.
Like the Mirana ET are doing more than this Terrorblade in the fight right now. The
Radiant's
Reflection
bottom
Illusion is not
tower is under
anything
attack.
crazy in this game versus Lifestealer Lina, and you're probably only hitting one.
Yeah. And you're not going to get that kind of Thunder contribution that he did in that last
Radiant's bottom
fight.
tower has
You're
fallen.
not going to get that every time.
No, that was like peak Thunder opportunity.
Yeah, that
and
was
it still
pretty
went bad.
And for me, the terrain of that fight was so bad. Like, Jirachi was just
Radiant
running around. He
structures are
literally did
fortified.
a full circle trying to get on top of somebody in melee form. He got some range hits in on XM, but he didn't actually get the chance to hit a hero and snare it and beat it down 100-0 like normal. Counter blinked. Nice play by XXS.
I mean, I wonder how bad it is for him if he ends up in a situation where he gets to BKB ult lock on the Lifestealer with like Vengeance Wave going through it in power. It can't be that bad if you still have RP up.
Yeah, it's gonna get bad though, because now you've got Aghanim Scepter on Lifestealer, so
Now it's bad.
this matchup is so different when you have something like that kind of tool to use.
So they're probably still going to look for this Lina, but you're definitely not looking for her when she has Aegis. So you're ratting the map right now.
You have the Gleipnir. It got him on the Gleipnir. Damn. Great work from XM. Stops the TP and Ace. I mean, there's no way out of this one, really. He's got to pop the BKB and make a break for it, but
No way out.
I mean, even if you did manage to somehow slip this, you are going to be deep on the enemy side of the map with no TP out.
gonna play bottom on the troll.
They just ignore Celery because there's a better target at hand. There's that Aghanim Scepter. Ult for ult, one counters the other.
Ame hops inside and takes it for a ride. And that's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote right there, boy. All right, well, Extreme. Time to force Game of Gladiators into checkmate, maybe. Hit that high ground and see if they can get a buyback out.
I really thought this lineup would have more steam, but they have not been able to win a single team fight. XG just straight out playing them on the little things, it feels like.
Yeah.
These stomps, these Yules, the infest timings, the arenas from XXS. Everything has been on point here.
I mean, we haven't seen a single skewer back into troll killing that hero.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we haven't seen a single skewer back. We haven't seen a 2 or 3 man RP. We haven't seen the troll lock on to Ame or Lifestealer in the fight.
Yep.
We haven't seen this Rolling Thunder really be too effective because there isn't... Like, either you can use it to force out the initial wave of stuff from XG, or you go in with the Troll Mag and you save that Rolling Thunder. It's usually you want the Rolling Thunder to go in first, but... Like, how does Quinn start these fights, I guess? Versus Moonlight Shadow plus some very fast heroes. It's been difficult for him. They're in trouble.
Radiant are scanning.
XG snowballing this game, and they have a big frontliner with this Shiva's done. 4,000 HP on a Shiva's BKB Mars with that bulwark. That is a hard target to go on. I mean, you need this Pango Basher. That is a necessary item in this game. You're gonna hope you land some good ones.
XM's gonna go from having an Aegis to having a Satanic. So no easy kills.
Kills are so tanky
on the Lina for Game of Gladiators. They do have a swap, of course, and they're gonna use it now. First life goes down. XXS makes his presence known. Reno wants to keep his BKB, trying to take up Gilteracho. Got him in the RP with the two of them, but the Infest is on the troll right now, and he actually dies to Ame coming out of that Infest. He just bursted down the troll. He has no buyback, so Quinn has to do all of the lifting here, but he just can't do enough damage by himself.
Double buyback from Game, and they need to come in here with the Yules.
Again, but the Yules again and again, they just keep on countering Ace's contribution to a team fight. Another buyback, but again, how are you going to be able to do this without your primary damage dealer?
Jin Q has had perhaps the world's best training regimen against Magnus of any player in Dota history.
That's true.
This man has had many times to learn.
I've been beat by better Magnuses than you.
Yeah, you ain't no collapse, son. Now that man beat me, but I have been practicing. And it adds up. Those little things over your career add up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you get more ready for him, you think about him more, and he has been on point with the anti-Magnus technologies game. And it makes a huge difference. It makes Ace think about every single jump. Do I have to pre-BKB? And if you don't have it, it just hasn't been landing. And it's a big deal. It feels like for Gaiman, who need displacement to start to win these fights. Now, that was an Aegis that got swapped in. Remember how that fight started, so you don't have that this time if you're XG. They're going to make an aggressive move, try and find this bottom who's been so damn annoying. Look at it.
Even just taking the numbers advantage.
XG still want to fight.
Yeah, it seems like they're still down for it.
No RP.
Stop letting. Oh, Arena onto 3. Hits the Pango. He's going to be covered. Look at this first splitter coming in. Only hits Celery, though. The Infest onto the troll once again. Duracio, he gets the ult off at the end of it this time around, so we will manage to get a couple hits in, but he's just overwhelmed by the tankiness of this Extreme Gaming lineup. He can't kill anything anymore.
And RP comes up as the mag goes down, so that's all she wrote there.
Oh, Quinn couldn't even finish off XX. Gets him.
And one for the stat line. He gets a smile at least.
Yeah.
As he continues to roll on here.
And he lived.
Well,
boy who